Hi folks and welcome back. Today we're going to be taking a look at Ground of Aces, which is going to see me managing a World War II airfield set during the Battle of Britain. Now I say it's managing a World War II airfield, it's more like a colony sim meets an RAF base simulator. You'll see what I mean, but it is actually a load of fun. Game's in early access, but if you like what you see and you want to see me play a full playthrough of this when it releases, then make sure to hit the like button down below. If we get 50 likes on the video, then this is going to lock it in for a full playthrough when the game releases, whenever that is. Anyway, without further ado, let's jump right in. Here we go. RAF Lichfield. It's basically a field and a dirt track at the moment in Staffordshire. Beautiful part of the country. I think this is set in 1940. Here's our wonderful ground crew. I'm sure there's a pilot in there as well. Oh, we start with the Bofors. Oh, no, we don't, because we're under attack. Man the guns! Sound the sirens! They look like some Heinkels coming in. And there goes our airfield. Well, this is how the game starts. We are basically left with a pile of rubble and what's left of an airstrip. So a few days later, here we go. It's up to us to put everything right. No food, no kitchen, no saw, no water, no runway defined. All right, let's see what we can do. Here's our new crew turning up to go and put everything right. The game does play in real time, but we can pause it. I say real time. It's obviously faster than real time. So let's hit pause and take a look at what we've got here. It's giving us some objectives. We need to build at least one more bed for the 10 crew that we've got. We need to order an aeroplane, build a parking spot, and build an airstrip. I think the airstrip might be priority. This got damaged, so we can start with just a dirt airstrip. Let's go with that one. Let's ignore that bit there. We're going to have to replace this. Now, your runways, they go up to tier 3. Obviously, that would be massive, and we can't do that. Maybe they go up to tier 5, actually, looking at that. Okay, so we're going to start with a tier 1 dirt runway, which is fine. It only needs to be wide enough for tier 1, but it needs to be long enough for tier 1. There we go. That will do. Set that, and we can extend this later, and you can actually extend it very easy just by dragging these sections out, and your guys will get to work. Excellent. So that's our first objective done. And we better build a parking spot on this as well. Yes, let's put it right there. Let's put it right there. We can always move things later. All right, let's get our crews to work. There we go. That's what we like to see. Staff doing all the hard work for us. So it's not going to take a lot of work to convert a mud road into a mud airstrip. That should be pretty easy. By the way, the game does have music, but I'm playing in streamer mode because I think some of the music may be licensed and copyrighted. It's great that the devs have given us that option at least. You guys can turn the music on. It's actually pretty cool. You will see bits of it coming in as we play. So we're looking for object sleeping. Good old Mark I canvas bed. Let's see if we can turn that guy around a bit. I want to see if we can fit as many beds in here as possible, actually. What if I put 2 in? That gives us an extra one for when we recruit some staff. I'm not sure if that's going to work. Oh, well, someone's bringing some stuff. Excellent. Let's speed the staff up here. We have got it. Excellent. Order an aeroplane, which is the airplane shop. So these are the planes that can take off from a tier 1 airstrip. Tier 2 is going to require sand. Tier 3, I think, is concrete. So we're going to get the tier 1s today. And we have 0 points because we've done no missions. So we're going to get the free Gloucester Gladiator. This was a plane that actually was in British service and did fly in the Battle of Britain. It was already obsolete at the start of the Second World War, having only 2 303 machine guns. I think there were 303s, and being a biplane, of course. But it was used in training roles and for observation, so we can request that. It comes with a free pilot. Excellent. And do you know what else we're going to do? We're going to have a second one. And the reason for that is that I know the game's not told me to do that yet, but there's a reason for that. And I will get to that later. Okay, so we've done the first set of objectives. Harvest, for harvest 5 trees. Okay, let's that's easy to do. We go harvest, and I'm going to select that whole area there. We're just going to chop that down, and once we redo time, there they go. The guys are off to work, and our first aircraft has turned up. Now we just need to wait for a mission to come in. Meanwhile, we need to get source station going to turn those trees into planks. We want workbenches, saw station. Let's just put these down here by the road for now. That'll do. We can always move these later. And what else? There's a metalworks one. There's an indoor kitchen. We've got a saw station. What's this one? The field kitchen. The indoor kitchen's a lot more efficient, so we'll try and hold off from building that. Is that one? Can we work that one outside? Yes, we can. So we'll order that one. A brick station. Cement mixer. As soon as this is ready, we can have our second plane. I'm just going to click prioritize on the saw station, I think. Make sure that that gets into place. Just look down the side here. There's no kitchen. The saw station we're doing. No storage zones defined. Okay, so we're just basically dumping our resources out in the open air at the moment. That's not going to be good for them. So we need to fix that. And not enough chairs. And oh, no empty storage tiles. That's fine, though. The chairs, they do like to have a sit down with their meal and their cup of cocoa on a night. So we might need to make some more chairs. But first off, it's this store station. Okay. Can we get sawing planks? We would like... let's make sure we've got like 155 planks. That might keep the guys a bit busy. Keep it going until the base has 40, though, because we're going to need as much wood as we can get. And at the moment, let's have a look at our crew. We've got ground crew. We can set their priorities for work. And we've got air crew. Just the one. Air crew, we don't actually want them working too hard. So it's priority 3 for gardening and 1 for flying, obviously an airplane maintenance. And later on, we can just turn that off because they will be flying a lot of sorties later on. We have a mission. This is Clear Sky Recon Mission Dedham Vale, difficulty 1. So what we can do, we have 8 hours to do this, but it's a good time of day to send up on a mission. So let's throw in our recon plane. So here we go. So what we actually have to look for, the requirements for this, we need recon skills or abilities between 5 and 25. This is for the mission to actually go ahead and have a chance of success. We have 23 to 35. These gladiators are actually considered quite good at recon in this game. So we add Hugh Fenton in his Gloucester Gladiator, and that gives us a 96% chance of success. We need some fuel, but we can just start that. We could have had more planes if we had them, but we don't. There he goes. He's heading over. He's heading over. And contact. Did they still have to do that? Did they have to have a mechanic starting the propeller on these planes in World War II? I don't know. Maybe that was a World War I thing. We'll speed up a little bit. There we go. Straight into the trees at the end of the runway. I think I might need to chop those down. Define a storage zone. Yes, that would be a good idea. Do you know what we're going to do? We're going to buy the toilet over here. We're going to areas. We are going to storage here. But what we're going to do, this area, because it's by a toilet and it's not really good for anything else, put that in there. And we're going to turn it off for everything apart from trash. So that'll do. So that actually is any rubbish, junk, broken things. It's like a recycling pile. It gets put in there. But we do need a proper storage, and it needs to be a sheltered storage. So we're going to build one of these. If I build it, I'm kind of reluctant to build them here, but let's go 5 by 10. Go on, we'll go 5 by 10. It doesn't look very big, but it's actually it is going to be important. They're going to store all these goods over there now. We should get the results of that mission coming in fairly soon. There we go. They're putting storage in the storage area. How much tarpaulin do we have, by the way? Because that's going to be important. Oh, mission successful. Excellent. So, this was the combat score we had, and there was a... Now, I think this is like a bonus thing. If we actually meet both requirements for the mission, one of them I think is hidden, then I think we maybe get something as a bonus, but I've seen this blanked out, and this was unexpected. However, it was successful, and there was a little bit of airplane damage, but that's fine. So what we can see when this comes into land, we can check it out. Whoa! That was a barrel roll of victory over the airfield. He is going to come in and land, right? We can build hangars over these parking spaces later on, by the way. So let's take a look. So it took some damage, and took some fuel. And took a little bit of ammo loss. So we need to actually build the stations that we can actually use to construct ammunition and stuff. Let's put it here, near the storage. So it doesn't need to be that big. You know, 4 by 12 is going to be fine. That's a tarp floor. And then we add on some tarp walls. And then we add on a tarp roof. And I know that we need to cover the storage as well. Oh, we better put some doors in this place so they can get in. And we'll put one on this end too. There. Oh, maybe on the... No, that's fine, that's fine. Do you know what? We can actually make that with a wood floor. Let's give it a wood floor. Floor, wood. Because we can make planks. We've got the saw now. And that'll just use a few less tarps. Now then, why do we want to make things out of planks and tarps? Well, tarps are cheap and we can produce them. Wood is plentiful. But we actually want to make these buildings out of brick and concrete. Because when we get attacked and bombed, that's going to be a whole lot more effective than protecting our guys inside them. Well, good morning. Oh, this is interesting. We haven't got this built yet. We need more planks. We have... Do we have 2 missions? No, we just have 1. It's a light fighter interception. We can put our Gloucester Gladiator in that. 54%. If only I got that second plane. Do you know what? Send them up. If we fail, we don't necessarily lose it. It's a dawn raid. Off we go. We can, by the way, this is classed as leisure time. We can, looking at the schedule, we can change when people sleep and all the rest of it. So there's something we can play with. We have to manage morale levels and energy levels of our guys to get the most out of them, though. Okay, let's see him take off. There we go, straight into the trees. That never gets old for me. Well, it looks like work has ground to a halt, so let's just harvest everything there. Boom! That should give the lazy little bastard... Oh, it's leisure time? Right, fair enough. Okay. I should have looked at that. I thought they were doing nothing. And we failed. We lost a bit of crew confidence and a bit of health. That's okay. I knew that was going to be a tough one. There's no huge penalty for failing, but your planes can get shot down. So a new day dawns. It's awesome because we've actually got the second parking spot ready. So we are going to order another Gloucester Gladiator. Oh, which also means that we're going to have to make another bed, are we? No, it's okay because we made 2 beds. We have a bed spare. By the way, having your entire crew sleeping in a canvas tent during an air raid is probably not the best idea. So we're going to work on that. I am just going to wait till our second plane turns up. Alright, let's prepare for this. So this is just a recon mission over the South Downs. You can see that this guy is... Oh, he's got low ammunition, and that's no good. So this one has the better rating, so we're going to put Ian Knight in there. 84%. If I put the second one in... that goes to a 0%. I don't know why that goes to 0%. Something's obviously wrong, so we're just going to go with the 1. There's something wrong with that other plane, I think. It's low on ammunition. We're going to have to order some and/or make some. Success! Base mood, base confidence, and a victory point. We can actually quite soon get ourselves a Hurricane as well, which would be quite nice. Excellent! So, let's take this mission up. Plenty of daylight left yet. Let us prepare. And again, let's put Ian Knight back in. If you work people too hard in the day, then they do get tired. But he's fine. He's good. We trust him. Until we get some more ammunition for the other aircraft. This is coming along quite nicely. Excellent. Another successful mission. Victory point. Base confidence. So you see the base confidence is affecting the morale up here. And if you have a lot of bad luck, then that's when you lose the game. But we're not... Oh, hang on. What the hell? What the hell is this? Okay. We have Hugh Fenton. He's currently on recovering. He has... Has he got some sort of injury? It looks like he's got some sort of injury. We do need to build a hospital, though. That is definitely a thing. Planes back. Okay, so now we're going to put our workstation in there. And we want... Where's The tailoring station. Build camouflage. Let's put it... Oh, will it fit by the door? It will fit by the door. Nice. That's going to give us maximum space on here. And then we also want to build... Is this the one? Yeah, we need to build a metal press. But not before the metal station's been done. It's nearly finished. Okay, end of the week. Now, we did 4 missions and 75% success. We just lost that light fighter interception. So we're approved, though, so that's okay. So we can ask for a load of supplies. I will ask for the food rations. Or shall we be cheeky? No, I think we're going to be cheeky. Let's not get the food. If we click on this, we can choose what we want. And I am going to ask for Bofors anti-aircraft gun. Or maybe a radio tower. This allows us to scramble more effectively, gives us more warning of incoming raids, but it will use up all the slots. Nope, we're going for the Bofors. We're going for the Bofors, and instead of the metal, I think I'd maybe better just take some food. Everything else we can kind of produce. Where's the... Oh, is it under military? Oh, fuel, ammo. Maybe ammo. Yeah, it's going to have to be ammo. Okay. Confirm delivery. I hope I got the right ammo, by the way. Otherwise, we are screwed. We've got to define a garden zone. All right, that's quite cool. Oh, there's our delivery. Excellent. What do we get? The Bofors. This is kind of important. We're going to have it covering... We can see the circle, the range. This will cover anything in there, so... probably not the best place to put it is under a tree. But this looks like a sensible spot. We're gonna chop. You know what? We're gonna chop them trees down. Get rid. Oh, and also kind of prioritize. Yeah, prioritize. Oh, all available projects. God damn it! I've got too many things going on. Anyway, on top of that, we need to also build ourselves. No, we're not going to terraform. We want a garden. Here we go. So I'm actually going to do 2. Now, I figured out through a little bit of playtesting the best way to do this. So we're going to do a very small one of 5. Should we do 5? Do we start with bean seeds? We start with some bean seeds. So a 5x2. It's probably bigger than we need. And we're going to plant beans, but to produce seeds. And the reason we're doing it that way around is because we need to have a good supply of seeds in order to provide an actual crop of food. The water barrel. Oh, that's a point, actually. Water. Now, if we do this, it doesn't actually help the plants. It's just liquid storage. But it adds energy to the people who are doing the task within the radius. It sounds weird, but that's how it works. It buffs people doing the gardening task, and that's what we want to do. And they can get that built first. Now, speaking of actually water storage, ooh, we don't have any bricks or cement, and that's not good. That's really, really not good. Brick station. Okay, let's make sure that we always have repeat until there is always 30 bricks. So we have a stock. Ooh, light fighter interception. Let's take a look at this one. Now, this didn't go so well for our one guy before, but what we can do is we can add both in 91%. Do you know what we do actually need? That hurricane. And I've started this at night, so this might not be the best time to have done this. Let's also put in place small parking. Leave a bit of a gap. I don't know if it's important to leave a gap. It seems like it should be. Unassigned defense stations. Awesome. We have our new Bofors gun. Brilliant. So we need to put some crew members in this. Hugh Gibbs. Yeah, we'll have a one-eyed guy manning the gun. I don't think so. John Fenton, Hubert Hill, and Brian Gregory. You guys will do quite nicely. Don't worry. They only man it during an attack. We're not going to lose them from the workforce. I'm actually feeling quite bad about not having any chairs for our guys. So let's put some in there. I can hear the radio playing.
Missed the ships. He hasn't hit a single ship. There are about 10 ships in the convoy.
That's awesome.
But he hasn't hit a single one.
Can you guys hear that? That's a report on a convoy attack. That's awesome. I didn't know that was a thing. Anyway, so we're going to make 5 chairs back to back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Spin it round. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Don't worry, this is a temporary measure. When we have more materials, we're going to make a proper mess hall with a billiard table and everything for them. And then we also want... is it under outdoors? Outdoors. Campfire. Or fireplace. This actually just... it's just a passive effect. Adds to their mood. But if we do it like this, we can put it in the middle... and we can get the benefit from all those. So they're all sitting with their backs to a campfire in highly flammable wooden chairs. Nice. Mission successful. +1 victory points. Base confidence. And not too much damage. So that's good. You know what? I think sand and clay and stuff can probably sit outside. We could make another storage somewhere else and only put sand and clay in it. That's probably not a bad idea. So I've created just a random storage zone, and all we've got going in is wood, clay, sand, and raw water. Yeah, you might wonder what the opposite of raw water is. It's purified water, which is something on our to-do list that we must get done. Another mission. I think we've got time for this one, because we're going to wait till it is dawn, and we're going to wait till the leisure time. I'll just check. Yeah, we've got 9 hours, so I'm going to wait for the leisure time to pass out the way. And then we can get that one done. Nice. We've got the metal press done. So we need to make sure that we're making low caliber and high caliber ammunition. The Bofors uses high caliber. And also the Hurricane, when we order it, it's classed as having cannons. So it must be like a Hurricane 2D or something like that. So we're setting up a new gardening zone here. We're going to be growing beans because we had bean seeds. But this one is going to produce food. So I'm going to make another barracks down here. Here we go. Again, until we can afford proper materials, we're just going to make it out of canvas. But that's fine. That's fine. They can live in that. And we can make it nice for them still. We have both guys here. That's cool. Recon mission. We have Ian Knight is definitely the better one for this. 88% chance. I'll do that because I'd like to put the second guy in, but what's our fuel level? I'm not seeing any additional fuel. We can craft it ourselves, but we don't have the materials for it yet. Oh, nice. We have our third point just right here. Okay, let me order a new aircraft. We're going for the Hawker Hurricane. It'd be nice to get the Bristol Beaufighter, but they require a bigger parking spot. So, Hawker Hurricane it is. It comes with a pilot, which unfortunately means that we're going to need a bigger bedroom somewhere, which is why we're building this thing. Okay, so I completely messed up building this the first time and ordered it made out of wood, which we don't have materials for. So we're started again, and let's have a door just going at that end. They should be able to manage making that out of tarp, and then we can fit the extra bedroom in, and we can actually make it nice, and later down the road we can transform it into cement and bricks and all the tasty things that people like to live in. Oh, nice. We've got the kitchen. Okay, let's just slow this down. We want meals. So let's produce until the base has... let's go 15 of those because these are quite high priority. And purified water. I suppose we probably want at least 10 of those. Oh, we should also... Oh, alert. Squadron scramble. Right, hit pause straight away. Luckily, we have 3 aircraft, so we hit the scramble button. We want to make sure that the Hurricane's going at top. That needs to get up first. And scramble, scramble, scramble. Confirm. Now, this is kind of a worry. Will the guys get to their planes in time? They're running. Ground crew are running to man the Bofors. This poor sod's had the longest run to get to the Hurricane. They hold 240 cannon shells. Okay. And noticed also that because these are exposed to the sky, they're not covered. They degrade faster. Yeah, that is something that we need to actually pay attention to. And when we can make enough metal, we will... Oh, we didn't get up there. Our aircraft didn't get up, so we've got 2 fighters coming at the base. Hang on, though. We do have a Bofors gun. Here he comes. He's shooting him down. Get him, get him, get him, Fred. Go on, knock him down, knock him down. I think we got him. I think we got the second one. That is awesome. That means that we didn't take any damage. Now, we were quite lucky that we were just getting strafed there and not dive bombed. But that, I'm going to count that as a success. Wait, did I build... That looks like I built that entire resource pile out of planks. Sorry, the walls. Look, yeah, I've made wooden everything. Okay. I like the difference here, by the way. You've got wooden doors when it's made out of wood. But we've got tarp canvas covers that roll up when we've stipulated that. That's kind of nice. All right, let me carry on building here. We're going to go for another parking spot. But a big one. We're going to get the... There we go. We're going to get that bow fighter. They're one of my favorite aircraft at the Second World War. Oh, week 1 has ended. And we got some missions. Now, we don't need this again. But what we do need, and as much as I would like to get the resources, we're going to go for a radio tower. This thing, this will give us a much better alert and give us more time to get the plane scrambled next time that the enemy fighters and bombers come over. The Vickers machine gun over there. That is awesome. That's something new. I haven't tried one of those in the game yet. And we've got some training materials as well. But we're going to spend everything. If we rank up, we can get a bigger delivery. But we're going to have to make do with this. Oh, hang on. No, we do get some deliveries of ammo and stuff. Okay, I think this is new as well. So we do get a little bit of important stuff delivered. That's cool. Here we go. We've got our radio tower delivered. I don't think it matters where we put it. I kind of want to put it somewhere... I was going to say out of the way, but I don't really know where is out of the way at the moment. Let's put it... Let's put it there. I'm sure we won't need it there. We can always move it, I'm pretty sure. And I won't set it to be priority because I kind of want to get these other things done as well. We need to get the beds. When getting water from a pond, John Fenton spotted a frog and spent some time admiring it. Good way to improve mood. I love that. That is so cool. I haven't been paying much attention to the little messages down there. Oh, we have a birthday mission? Oh, hang on. This is a funny one. Let's have a look at this. Now, we do have till tomorrow, so I'm going to let the guys get some sleep before we do this. There's another reason why. Actually, we're going to wait till tomorrow. We have the big parking spot. We are going to order the Bristol Bowfighter. This has some bombing capability. It does. These were multi-role fighters, by the way. These were what we'd think of as heavy fighters. They were basically flying gun platforms, and they had devastating firepower. Similar to the Mosquito, but I think this one had better low-level performance, but wasn't as fast as the Mosquito. So they have all sorts of other abilities, but they can also carry a bit of cargo, which is awesome. Not very stealthy, or is that very stealthy? I'm not sure if lower is better on that. Anyway, we're going to order that plane, and that's going to be our plane of choice for tomorrow's mission. And yes, eventually we do get several missions per day, which is why we want a good stock of aircraft on the base. Here it comes. Going to clear that. That is bugging me. Now that is a proper plane. Yeah, just drive through the Hurricane. That's fine. That's fine. Not a problem. Okay, sleep time is over. You guys don't need that leisure. We're going to send on this mission. Someone on the base has a birthday. Get them a cake as a surprise. So we're going to send a plane to pick up a birthday cake. That's what it says. Don't ask me. I'm just the messenger. We need a cargo transport capacity of 5 to 25. So the best plane for this is our brand new Bristol Bowfighter. Stick it in. 80% success rate. If we throw in... Yeah, we throw it across the Gladiator, we've got more of a chance. Just in case the Bowfighter wasn't big enough to pick up the cake by itself, we've added some help in there. I think this is hilarious, and if you think this is too stupid to contemplate, then I'm going to pretend that this birthday cake delivery is actually codename for some secret special operations that were going on. Let's play it like that, I think. So we're sending 2 aircraft to pick up a birthday cake, because it's just that important. Pressing issues. Not enough beds. Yes, but we are going to fix that. Hey, we got the cake. Cake returned home, putting it in the cantina for a surprise. Okay. That was some epic birthday cake, right? I bet you didn't think the first mission we'd fly with a Bristol Beaufighter was a birthday cake collection. I've had enough of this. We're going to recruit some staff members. Crew. We want to actually hire crew members for this. So it's ground crew. It doesn't say... well, this guy seems to have the most energy. So let's hire him. And Ken Hindrup, let's hire him. Higher energy is usually better. It's going to say not enough beds. And that's absolutely fine. And we will build 2 more beds. Okay, time for the Dawn Raid. Let's pick our guys. It's just a recon mission. So the Beaufighter's pretty good at recon as well. But it probably uses more fuel. Fuel is a bit of an issue, actually. Let's send Hugh Fenton up in that one. Did we get... Hey, we've got the radio mast done. Excellent news. That's great stuff. A dangerous recon mission has just popped up. Okay. This sounds far more like a problem. So, it says we need 5 to 25, but there's also a secondary thing to this. Now, because the Bristol Beaufighter is pretty handy at this, I'm going to throw one of them in. And we're going to throw in Hugh Fenton at the same time. 99%. This is going to take a lot of fuel. But we have some firepower in there. The Bristol Beaufighter is actually a good all-rounder for a lot of these things. Were they available in August of 1940? I don't know. It is kind of refreshing just sitting watching planes take off. Something nice about that. Squadron scramble of all the times. This is not good. 2 guys on a mission. Okay, make sure you guys get up. Now, it is possible for the guys on a mission to return whilst the airbase is getting attacked. And obviously, that could be disastrous. We've got the Hurricane up. That's good. And we've got the Gloucester up. Brilliant. We've got the Beauforts manned. This is the difference. This is the difference this radio tower makes. It gives us advance warning of the approaching enemy aircraft. This allows us to get stuff in the air. Or just, let's see, if we have bombers and stuff, we can get them to clear the airfield so they're safe. Okay, this is a worry. So we were successful on the recon mission, and it looks like the secondary requirement was to have that much attack power as well. So we probably could have done it with just the Bristol, but we didn't know how much we needed. So it was good to send 2. A little bit odd that is only 4 points higher than a Gloucester Gladiator, because this thing was a monster. Not as maneuverable, though, by any means. Okay, so that leaves us... that's not good. We lost an aircraft. It looks like we... Oh, but we did damage one. The enemy squadrons are actually very effective at avoiding our interceptors. But we did damage one. Okay. Let's see where this is going to come in. And the worrying thing... Oh, no. Don't, guys, don't do that. Why did this not open fire? We haven't shot them down. Do we have a full crew? We have a full crew. Yeah, we've got returning planes whilst the base is under attack. That's, like, seriously problematic. They're down. It's over. It's okay. They strafed us and they went. I don't think anything bad happened there. Oh, but we did lose one of our guys, which is sad. So we need to order a new plane. We could get another Gloucester, or I could wait for another Hurricane. These are useful. These are cheap. I'm going to actually have one of those. simply because we can use them for those recon missions. And the cheap ammo is, I think, easier to produce as well. Light bomber interception. Okay, there's a more interesting mission. This is why we were holding on to the Hurricane. But we're going to throw up the Bristol Bowfighter as well. Oh, that doesn't work at all. Why? Oh, we've got an injured crew member. That sucks. This guy might be out of operation for quite some time then. Good mood and very confident. Okay, let's put Hugh Fenton up. 97%. We're going to take down a light bomber interception over Ipswich. Good luck, fellas. Let's hope we can knock this down. Now then, what's... do we see the guy who's injured? Is he just assigned to bed? I'm going to guess it's him who is assigned to bed in there. Nice. The delivery of fuel came. We should make a proper concrete bunker for storing fuel and ammo. For when we actually get bombed, that would be useful. Looks like we're fueling up, which is great news. Are we out of... I think we may be out of repair parts. That's not good. That's not very good at all. Well, folks, that was a quick look at Ground of Aces. What do you think of it? Do you like it? The game does get a lot tougher later on as we're dealing with a lot more difficult missions, a lot more combat, and a lot more attacks coming in. But I like the element of base building, and I know it's not a serious RAF airbase simulator, but it is a cool and fun little game. So if you'd like to see me play some more of this, then don't forget to hit the like button down below. If we get 50 likes, I'll lock this in for a full playthrough, long playthrough series when it releases. And if you don't want to see that, just click the dislike. That's absolutely fine. I just need to know the numbers on this one. And that's how we're going to select new games on the channel going forward. So let me know your thoughts. As always, I do hope you enjoyed it. And we'll see you again on the next one.